Coming up in this video today, guys, watch us remove this really difficult, deep piece of skin from this particular patient's ear, because it took both of us to get this out. This was a two-man job, this one.
This wasn't easy.
It was tough, wasn't it? It's so deep. It's right down on top of the eardrum. So it starts off, this is you started, isn't it?
Yeah, me starting off doesn't actually look that bad, to be honest. When I first started, I thought, oh, it's just a little bit of like dry skin, you know, the usual sort of, you know, peel it away, should come away nice and easy. But the problem we've got with this particular patient's ear canal is he's got a very deep and prominent recess, and we can't get in that sort of area.
Yeah.
And it's really holding on, isn't it? It's like connected to the eardrum, the walls of the canal.
Yeah, it's everywhere. And it's you know, this gent, it's basically the gent's got some other issues going on, which obviously we can't elaborate on, patient confidentiality. But what we've got here is it means that the patient's, when we talk about epithelial migration, it really doesn't happen particularly well in this patient. So what's happening is, instead of that eardrum coming, the surface layer of skin coming away from the eardrum, is actually sitting and hardening in place, which means it's really difficult to get this out.
And we had to, this is a fine end here, and I pretty much had to use a fine end to start with. Just one, because of the area we're working in. It's quite a tricky angle anyway, but the other reason we're not using the standard tube is because of the clarinetting that we can, and I remember this was the patient's first, I want to say first ever time having it removed.
I think it was, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's the first time he's had it removed, but just had a really sudden sort of feeling that his hearing had just completely dropped, and I'm not surprised, seeing what we're removing here, or trying to remove. There's
a few things going on with this lovely guy, and there's been some changes in medication, all sorts happening in here. So we'd say they were saying about using a fine end earlier, because that layer of keratin is so paper thin. But what we've managed to do now is bunch a lot of it together. So this is actually the standard size on the tube now. So when you bunch it, if you can bunch it all together using the fine end, it means you're less likely to clarinet when you pop the standard size tube on there. Just because the fine end is great for lifting, but there's no suction power there really. And to pull skin away, you need a bit of power behind it, don't you?
This was a really frustrating one, because you can see it looks like it's almost out. It looks like it's almost loosened up and away. But it was just really holding on. There was like something locking it in place there.
It's almost that bit that comes over the top of the, when you've got that recess, it comes over the top of the recess. I think it's that section, that little V at the bottom, is just wedging it all in. Because some part, you can see it's come away from the top of the eardrum, and it's come away from the canal walls. It's always that bit down the bottom there that's just causing this issue. And you can see we're holding on. I'm not even too sure whether it's me or you doing this, but we're holding on to this, really gripping it with the suction, holding it in place, let the suction power build, and then doing this left and right motion to try and detach it as much as we can.
Are the forceps going in?
I would show. I was just about to say that the forceps are going to make an appearance.
We're going to have a go at the forceps. It was a really tricky one. But I think he might be popping up again soon, actually.
I think he is going to come, because this was probably, realistically, I want to say this was probably about 3 or 4 months ago, I think.
Yeah,
I think this one was a little while back. And I was going to keep this for wax vent, but I thought, do you know what? We haven't done a really difficult one for a little while. I'll put one on. And this is what I decided to put on. He's actually been back to clinic recently again. And we had to do almost exactly the same thing again. And I think you saw him first last time, and I saw him second. And it's the other way around this time. So I kind of started, and Taylor finished it off for me as a follow-up. But you can really see that layer. As soon as you let it go, it all naturally wants to fold back into its original position.
Yeah.
Always difficult ones.
And we've naturally got a bit of a flinch from the patient there. That's obviously where it started to
pull a little
bit. The way the patient was explaining it, because this is obviously attached to the eardrum, we've got to try and pull this gently to peel it away. The only way I can the patient was describing it is as that pulling sensation, when we're pulling on that skin, he actually said his hearing felt like it was getting worse, not getting worse, but because of the pull from the skin, it just felt really strange for him.
Deadens the sound, I'd imagine.
Yeah, so that's why there was like little flinches here and there. And throughout the procedure, both of us were like, are you okay? Are you fine? How are you doing? And he was like, oh, it's absolutely fine. It just feels really weird.
I said that last time. You can see a thicker underlayer of skin now, that really dense skin material there. And that's what's been sitting against the eardrum. So you can see why this patient would have had lots of difficulty with their general hearing. And we do say to, with this gent, we did say to him, you need to be using some oil on a regular basis. We've got to try and keep this dead skin as soft as we can, just to try and sort of make sure that... I can see I've just cleaned off the forceps there, just doing back in with this one. I think I'm not sure whether this is you or me. I really don't know now at the moment.
I can't tell you that.
No, I really can't now. Let's see if this is a bit of a pull. Oh, not quite.
You were the one that got it out, so that would
towards the end it was me, when I was lucky I managed to get it out. But I do enjoy a good skin peel. But you can see just how close we've got to get to the eardrum. I'm trying to avoid that little recess there to get this out. It's so brittle, see it?
Yeah, the more we take away of these little tiny pieces, the more difficult it's going to get, because we've got nothing to grip onto. So we're hoping it's going to come out in one go.
The last thing you want is it to shear off just beyond the edge of that recess, because then you are going to be in a lot of difficulty getting that out. Yeah, I do sometimes. We do seem to get a lot of the more sort of weird and wonderful things. I think in the area, I'm not too sure. I can't. It's very rare we just get like a normal piece of wax.
And in and out. And I did have one today actually.
Did you?
Full of wax, and it came out in 2 seconds.
No way. God, I can't remember.
I think it's
oh, it's on there, is it? I can't remember the last time I had one like that.
We do normally get a lot of referrals, though.
Yeah, we get a lot. We seem to get a lot of the stuff that other people can't get out.
Yeah,
that tends to be why.
The last resort. I know we said on one of the other. If these can't get it out, you go to the hospital.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, a lady come through, and she'd been to see somebody else in a high street chain, and they come along. I've had a few from independents elsewhere that have struggled, and they've given our telephone number to come in and see us. So yeah, it's
great in a way. Thanks for the...
Yeah, thank you very much for the referral, guys. Yeah. But we really don't mind seeing easy ones as well. Easy ones would be lovely. Every once in a while would be nice.
Yeah. You know what it's going to be, so just send them over stuff.
Yeah.
Ask for Taylor.
You got that in quick, didn't you? It was taking a breath then. You got a chance. So with the fine head now, we're just trying to pull. You can see we're loosening. I think this is probably me now, because it's coming towards the end.
Yeah.
I'm trying to loosen this plug from the sides, because the forceps is just pulling through it at the minute.
I think I'd fatigued at this point. I think this was the last patient of the day as well.
Yeah.
I think it was, wasn't it?
I think I vaguely remember it being kind of later in the afternoon when you came through,
So I was at this point, I was like, Reese, help.
Little bat signal goes out. Cross jobs in order, the same bats are kind of underwear on the outside of the scrubs.
Like Captain Underpants.
Tra-la-la. I was like Captain Underpants. So yeah, I didn't do that, guys, but it was just curiosity. But it's starting to peel now from the top. I'm trying to lift from the bottom to peel the bit on the other side of the recess. And I'm trying to peel from the top. I'm just looking for any way we can get an angle. And this bit is giving me some promising movement. But you can see I'm just hanging on to it as much as we can with the fine ends. Lots and lots and lots of oil gone in here now. I just want to lift this section to work some of the oil down behind that thicker skin debris.
Like you'll get an idea of just how deep the recess is now when this comes out. You'll see the size of it.
You can see how that was lifted. It just it was going, it was lifting up, but it just wasn't quite enough power. And this piece at the top is quite frustrating, because it naturally always lifts back up to that original position. Yeah,
it's frustrating, isn't it?
It's really frustrating. We're nearly there. Oh. guys, don't forget, if you do enjoy the videos, you can always like, heart, share, follow, and subscribe for me. That would be absolutely fantastic. And if you really enjoy the videos, you can also consider becoming members of the channel. You get to see even more videos as well. Thank you to everyone who checked out Mrs. B's World as well. So you've definitely got a new few followers on Instagram. If you'd like her to put that onto YouTube, so you guys to start a Mrs. B's channel on YouTube, so you can see what we get up to outside of work, let us know in the comments, because I'm tempted. Mrs. B's a bit dubious as about whether you guys would watch it, but I think they probably would. So make sure you check that out for me as well. Thank you very much. We're getting there. We're almost. The reason I can tell that is because I know we're running out of video, so we must be getting there. So we're really pulling from the sides now. If I have vague recollection, I think the gent moved as we went to pull, and that movement caused it to pull. Yeah, because we've seen him twice now. I'm not too sure. Let's have a look. Oh, there you go, there you go, there you go. There you go.
How deep that was.
That was a lot of it, wasn't it?
You could see it
all the way in there. Look how thick that skin is underneath. Yeah, that's a heck of a recess, that is.
Yeah, you can't even see the eardrum fully. It's that steep. It's
no.
Yeah, that was a bit of a fight, that was, but the next time you see him, it's going to be both ears.
yeah, and we have to do it twice again. I think that video, I edited that video the other day, I think it's 20 minutes long. That one I think we'll keep for Waxfit. So we've got 3/4 of an inch.
2 centimeters.
Well guys, thank you very much for watching our video again. Don't forget to smash that like button for me. Check out the video up there, you might enjoy that one as well. It's a good one. So as always guys, take care of yourselves.
Take care of your ears.
And take care of one another. And myself and the lovely Mr. Taylor Green. We'll see you again soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.